A long time ago, in a quiet town, the Ophies family was known for its beautiful and gigantic estate and wealth that has been passed down through many generations to both husband and wife. The family's wealth and legacy were vast. The couple had two sons, Adrian and Patrick. The two brothers were as different as night and day, each marked by the affections of one parent. Adrian, the elder son, inherited his mother's grace and charm. Lady Caryn, a woman of compassion and warmth, showered Adrian with love and affection. He grew up surrounded by the soft embrace of his mother's nurturing spirit. His every accomplishment met with her pride and adoration. His mother's eyes lit up whenever he entered the room. Lord Dammy, on the other hand, favored Patrick, the younger son. From a young age, Patrick displayed an innate talent for business and strategy. His father saw in him the future of the Ophies legacy, a leader who could expand the family's wealth and influence. Patrick, driven by the need for his father's approval, dedicated himself to the family's business, determined to prove his worth. He bore the weight of his father's expectations. Lord Dammy groomed Patrick, though the youngest, to be his heir, pushing him relentlessly to meet the standards set by generations past. As the years passed, the two brothers grew into men, each burdened by the weight of their parents' expectations. They struggled to maintain approval and love. The rift between them widened. The fight for inheritance loomed like a shadow over the family, intensifying the competition between Patrick and Adrian. Their parents, oblivious of the growing tension, focused on their individual relationships with their sons. The brothers gradually became fueled by a mix of love and resentment. The turning point came when Caryn fell seriously ill. As her health deteriorated, the struggle for the family fortune intensified. Adrian, ever the dutiful son, attended to her every need with a tenderness that touched the hearts of all who witnessed it. Caryn, weakened by illness, found solace in Adrian's presence, clinging to the son who had always been her source of comfort. Patrick, aware of his father's preference, sought to prove his competence by expanding the family's business. Soon thereafter, their mother died. The town buzzed with anticipation as the will was read, and the brothers, clad in mourning attire, waited for their mother's will to be read. The content of the will shocked everyone present. The inheritance was to be split equally between the brothers. Patrick, who had always believed that his mother never loved him, was surprised at this. Even their father was amazed that his wife divided her wealth equally to the boys. Everyone was happy, and life continued. Soon after Caryn's passing, Lord Dammy began displaying serious hatred towards Adrian. He restricted him from taking any part in the family's business. He would not see Adrian eye to eye, and he stopped providing assistance to him. Adrian and Patrick were stunned at a sudden change in behavior. They couldn't help but wonder what went wrong. Patrick tried asking his father about it on several occasions, but he was always shunned and warned never to speak about the matter anymore. Seeing how his father's reaction was affecting his brother emotionally, Patrick decided to always be kind to his brother. On seeing how close the boys were becoming, Lord Dammy became indignant and sternly warned Patrick to cut ties with his brother. Otherwise, he stands the chance of losing his inheritance. Seeing how serious his father was, Patrick wasn't ready to jeopardize his inheritance for anything. Hence, he stopped associating with his brother, Adrian. Life became so unbearable for Adrian every day. He wished his mother was still alive to fill the void. Soon, he decided to move out and start life on his own. But before that, he visited his uncle, whom his father loves and respects. He told him everything and wondered if Lord Dammy was actually his father. His uncle was surprised at the new development and promised to go speak with his brother. When he visited his brother, he asked him about the Adrian situation and requested for an explanation. Dami became very mad at this, but he tried so hard to suppress his emotions. He apologized to his older brother and promised to make amends. Adrian was then asked to move back as things have gotten better. Dami not only decided to be more wicked to Adrian, but he also took away his inheritance that he got from his mother. He sold Adrian's share of the property and invested the money in his business, leaving Adrian with nothing to build on. One day, while Patrick was going through his mother's gift to him, he found a letter addressed to him. In it, she expressed her undying love for both her sons. She apologized for not showing it during her lifetime. She also implored him to love his brother and to take care of him. After reading his mother's note, he felt a rush of emotions. He was happy that his mother left him something so personal. Now he had a piece of his mother's last wishes. He made up his mind to fix the rift between his father and his brother. Patrick confronted his father, asking him again what the problem was. As always, his father dismissed his questions and threw a threat, saying that he stand the chance of losing his inheritance if he reconciled with Adrian. And for the first time, Patrick stood up to his father and said confidently that he doesn't care about any inheritance anymore. He said, "I've got only one brother, Adrian. Adrian, you and Mom is the only family I've known all my life. Mom is no more, and you want me to cut ties with my only brother? What then is the essence of having so much money when there is no family to spend them with? I will no longer sit and watch my brother go through so much emotional damage. It is either you tell me what the problem is, or you lose your second son." Dami was bewildered at his son's boldness. Never had he spoken to him in that manner before. He said, "You must be out of your mind. I know you cannot give up your inheritance for nothing. When you are back in your right senses, come to work." At that, he stormed out of the room. Determined, Patrick went to his brother's room to see him. Adrian was surprised and at the same time saw a ray of hope as his brother hugged him. The brothers cried out their eyes and rekindled their love for each other. Patrick stopped going to work and showed no interest in the family's business. His father became disturbed, seeing that his so beloved son is bent on cutting ties with him. He finally decided to tell him what the problem was. The seed of doubt had been planted many years ago when his wife Caryn was pregnant with Adrian. Caryn's best friend, who had always been jealous of her, told Dami that his wife is pregnant for another man, a high school lover. Dami found it hard to believe that he really trusted his wife, so he dismissed it as a mere rumor. But just a few days later, his wife broke the news to him that she was pregnant with Adrian. Dami began questioning her loyalty in his heart. He wondered how the friend knew about the pregnancy before him. To make matters worse, Caryn's friend told Dami that the man usually visits his house at a certain time every day. If he wants to know the truth, he should come home at 3 p.m. the next day. At the same time, she told Andrea, the high school sweetheart, that some of their friends are having a gathering at Caryn's home the next day. He should be present. The next day, Andrea showed up at Caryn's home, but found no one except Caryn. Caryn was surprised at the sudden visit, but she was happy at the same time that she got to see her school buddy again. They spent time together, reminiscing about old school days and talking about family. While in the middle of the conversation, coupled with loud laughter, Dami showed up unexpectedly. His wife was surprised to see him as he's usually not at home at that time. She happily introduced Andrea as a friend and high school mate, but Dami shrugged and put up a bogus smile. Dami never asked his wife about what happened that day. But he drew conclusion in his heart. He began questioning her loyalty in his heart and promised never to have anything to do with that child that would be born, as he strongly believed that the baby was Andrea's. You may ask, why did he put on a show for that long and only displayed his hatred after she was gone? Well, from that point onwards, Dami had been emotionally detached from Caryn. He decided to remain in the marriage because of selfish pursuits. Caryn was a young heiress, and being married to her puts him at an advantage in the business and political world. Lord Dami revealed everything to Patrick, his son. And after hearing all that his father had to say, Patrick asked if he had any proof to back up his claim, or all of these years of resentment is a result of some mere suspicions. The question struck a chord in him, and one day, as the weight of his secret became unbearable, Dami decided to confront the truth. He sought out a secret DNA test, hoping it would either confirm or dispel his suspicions. The result arrived like a silent thunderclap. Adrian was, indeed, his biological son. The revelation struck Dami with a force he hadn't anticipated. Guilt, remorse, and a profound sense of loss washed over him. He realized that in his pursuit of an imagined truth, he had pushed away the very person he should have cherished, his son. Determined to mend the broken bond with Adrian, Dami approached his son with a heavy heart. He confessed the dark thoughts that had clouded his mind and the pain he had unjustly inflicted on him. Adrian, surprised and hurt, listened as his father bared his soul. As the truth unfolded, the father and son faced a challenging journey of rebuilding trust and understanding. Adrian, though initially hesitant, found it in his heart to forgive his father, recognizing the vulnerability and remorse that now defined his actions. Slowly but steadily, they worked towards healing the wounds that had scarred their relationship. Patrick was delighted that he had played a key role in restoring the peace of his family. This is a story my mother told me. Please comment below where you're watching from. Now, let's take a look at some words we've learned in this story. The first word is bogus. Bogus. This word means fake or not genuine. It doesn't mean something that is big. The second word is rekindle. This word means to start or stir up something again. The couple appeared to rekindle their love. The third word today is vulnerable. This word means able to be easily hurt, influenced, or attacked. Example: older people are especially vulnerable to cold temperatures, even inside their homes. And the next word is chord. This word means a group of 3 or more tones sounded together to form a harmony. Sounds that go together or agree with each other. It's actually a musical term. The next word is void. This word means completely empty. Completely empty. And then we've got jeopardize. It means to put someone or something into a situation in which there is a danger of loss, harm, or failure. Do not jeopardize his safety. And then we have clad. Clad. This word means, simply put, cloth. Clothes. They were clad in t-shirts and shorts, dressed or clothed. The next word is solace. This word means comfort or consolation in a time of distress or sadness. She sought solace in her brother. I hope you learned something new today. Bye! If you enjoyed watching this video, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends, as these help us grow. Thank you, and see you in our next story. Bye!